My college roommate woke me up at 2 a.m. and said, "The police just called. They're coming to talk to you about the threats." I had no idea what threats she meant. "What threats?" I asked, sitting up. My eyes couldn't focus. The room was dark except for the glow from her phone. "Death threats. To Professor Martin, from your email account." My heart stopped. "I didn't send any threats." "They have emails. Detailed threats. About killing him. From your student email." Her voice was shaking. She was scared. Of me. She showed me her phone. Campus police alert. My name. My email. 3 death threats sent to Professor Martin over the past week. My stomach dropped. I grabbed my laptop from my desk. Hands shaking. Logged into my email. The sent folder showed the messages. Graphic threats. Descriptions of violence. Detailed plans about how he'd die. All sent from my account. "I didn't write these," I said. My hands wouldn't stop shaking. There was a knock on the door. Hard, official, 2 campus police officers, 1 city cop behind them, 3 men in uniforms at 2:07 a.m. "Samantha Chen?" "Yes. We need to ask you about threatening emails sent to Professor Martin." "I didn't send them. Someone accessed my account." The city cop stepped forward. Detective James Walsh, 23 years on the force, his badge read, "Ms. Chen, we need to take your laptop as evidence. You're not under arrest, but we strongly advise you not to leave town." They took my laptop, my phone, my tablet, everything. My roommate Jessica moved to the couch after they left. Didn't trust me anymore. Didn't want to sleep in the same room. I sat on my bed in the dark, alone, trying to understand how this happened. I'm Samantha Chen, 20, junior at UC Berkeley, computer science major, 3.8 GPA, teaching assistant for Professor Martin's Intro to Programming class. I'd been his TA for 2 semesters, graded papers, held office hours, answered student questions. He was tough but fair. Some students hated him, failed half the class every semester, but I respected his standards. I had no reason to threaten him, no motive, no history of violence, no disciplinary record, but someone had used my email to send death threats detailed enough that the FBI might get involved. The next morning, my face was on the campus crime alert. Student under investigation for threatening professor. Everyone staring, whispering. I couldn't go to class. My phone buzzed. Text from my academic advisor. "Dean wants to see you. 10 a.m. Don't be late." The meeting was in the dean's conference room. Dean Patricia Morrison, 58, 30 years in higher education. Professor Martin was there. Detective Walsh, my academic advisor Dr. Sarah Kim, campus police chief Robert Torres, all of them staring at me. "These threats are extremely serious," the dean said. "Federal offense serious. Prison time serious." "I know, but I didn't send them." Professor Martin looked exhausted, scared. "Samantha, I've always liked you. You're a good TA. But these emails, they described my car, my house, my daughter's school. Someone did their research." My stomach turned. "Someone accessed my account. I swear." The IT director, Michael Rodriguez, 15 years in cybersecurity, pulled up a report on his laptop. The emails came from library computers, 3 different computers, sent between 10 p.m. and midnight over 3 nights. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday last week. They checked my alibis. Monday at 10:47 p.m. I was at the campus gym. Security footage proved it. Logged in at 9:30, logged out at 11:15. Wednesday at 11:23 p.m. Same thing. Gym. Security cameras. Time-stamped. But Tuesday night, I had no alibi. Jessica was at her boyfriend's apartment. I was alone in our room, supposedly. "I was here," I said. "In my room, studying." "Can anyone confirm that?" Detective Walsh asked. No. The silence was damning. Then I remembered something. "Wait, my sister, Amy. She visited last month. Used my laptop. I gave her my email password so she could print her college applications." The dean leaned forward. "Your sister?" "Amy Chen. She's 17. A senior at Lincoln High in San Jose. We had a fight during her visit. A bad one." "About what?" "She wanted to come to Berkeley. I told her she needed better grades, that she wasn't ready. She called me a bitch and left early." Dr. Kim made a note. "When was this?" "October 15th, 3 weeks before the first email was sent." Detective Walsh looked at the IT director. "Can you check if Amy Chen's devices accessed the library computers?" Michael Rodriguez typed. "Pulled up logs. I need her email address." I gave it to him. He went pale. "She was logged into the library system. All 3 nights. Same computers used to send the threats." The room erupted. "They called my parents. Drove to our house in San Jose, 2 hours away. Searched Amy's room. Found her laptop. Detective Walsh called me at 4:47 p.m. We found everything. Draft emails, research on Professor Martin, photos of his house she'd gotten from Google Street View. She kept notes, detailed plans. Why?" My voice was barely a whisper. She confessed. "Said you told her she wasn't smart enough for college, that you got into Berkeley and she never would. She wanted you expelled, wanted you to have a criminal record so you'd understand how it feels to have your future destroyed." I couldn't breathe. My 17-year-old sister had tried to send me to prison. The charges against me were dropped immediately. Professor Martin apologized, sent an email to the department clearing my name. The dean issued a statement. "Samantha Chen has been fully exonerated. The university apologizes for any harm to her reputation, but the damage was done." Students still whispered, still stared, still questioned. Amy got 6 months in juvenile detention, probation until 21, community service, mandatory counseling. My parents cried, begged me to forgive her, to write a letter to the judge asking for leniency. I didn't respond, but I wasn't satisfied, not even close. Amy had tried to destroy my entire future, my degree, my career, my freedom. She'd calculated every move, researched, planned, executed, all because I told her the truth about her grades. So I'd make sure she understood consequences, permanently. I spent a week digging into Amy's digital life, her accounts, her secrets, her plans. Found her private TikTok, the one she thought nobody knew about. Amy Chen Real, 15,247 followers. She'd been posting videos, bragging about framing me. My sister thinks she's so smart, one video from 3 weeks ago said. Wait until she gets arrested for threats she didn't send. Sometimes the perfect ones need to fall. Posted 2 days before the police came to my door. Another video, dated a week later. Update. She got questioned by police. This is hilarious. She's freaking out and has no idea it was me. 23 more videos, all documenting her plan, her satisfaction, her pride in destroying me, comments cheering her on. Serve her right. Queen behavior. Your sister sounds like she deserved it. My hands shook. Not from shock, from opportunity. I downloaded everything. Every video, every comment, every like, the complete timeline of her premeditated attack. Then I found her other accounts. Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat, all private, all bragging about what she'd done. But there was more. Amy had been catfishing guys online. Multiple accounts on dating apps, pretending to be 18 or 19, meeting them in person. She was 17, still a minor. Screenshots of conversations saved in her cloud, photos she'd sent, plans to meet. 5 different guys in the past 2 months. Some of them were in their mid-20s. One was 29. She'd documented everything, kept screenshots like trophies. I felt sick. Then I felt angry. Then I felt strategic. I created a file. Everything organized, professional, undeniable. Section 1. Her TikTok videos bragging about framing me. All 23, with timestamps, with the follower count showing thousands of people had seen her confession. Section 2. Her other social media posts, Instagram stories, Twitter threads, all celebrating my investigation, all showing premeditation. Section 3. The catfishing accounts. Screenshots of her conversations with adult men, her claiming to be 18, her meeting them in person, photos she'd sent, all while being 17, a minor. Section 4. Character evidence. Her deleted posts about hating me, her plans to ruin the perfect daughter, her jealousy documented over years. Then I sent it to the prosecutor handling her case, Deputy District Attorney Jennifer Park, 12 years in the DA's office. Anonymous email. Subject line, additional evidence of premeditation and character. Amy Chen case. Sent another copy to her high school principal, to her guidance counselor, to every college she'd applied to, Stanford, UCLA, USC, UC Davis. Then I made one final move, created a simple video compilation, just her TikToks, back to back. Her bragging about framing me, set to text overlay. This is what premeditated criminal behavior looks like. This is what sociopathy looks like at 17. Sent it to Judge Marcus Thompson, presiding over her juvenile case. Then I waited. 2 weeks later, my mom called, crying hysterically. They're upgrading Amy's charges. The judge saw videos of her bragging about it. They're trying her as an adult now. She could get real prison time. Oh, Samantha, did you send those videos? Did you send anything to the prosecutor? I don't know what you're talking about. Don't lie to me. Only you would have access to her accounts. Only you would know where to look. Maybe Amy shouldn't have documented her crimes on social media. She's your sister. She tried to send me to federal prison, Mom, for death threats. Do you understand what that means? Felony charges, prison time, no future, no career. She wanted to destroy me. She made a mistake. A mistake is forgetting homework. This was calculated, researched, premeditated. She's not a victim. My mom was silent. Then, the prosecutor is also charging her with solicitation of a minor now, because of the catfishing. How did they even know about that? Maybe they looked at her accounts? Maybe someone reported it? Does it matter? Samantha, please, write a letter to the judge. Ask for leniency. She's going to prison. Good. My mom hung up. Amy's sentence changed. The judge ruled she'd be tried as an adult. Too much premeditation, too much evidence of sophisticated planning, too much danger to others, 2 years in county jail, 5 years probation, registered as an offender for the catfishing, required to disclose her criminal record on all job and college applications for life. Every college rejection automatic. Stanford sent a formal letter. Your admission has been rescinded due to criminal charges involving threats and misrepresentation to adults. UCLA. We cannot accept students with violent crime convictions. USC. Your application is denied. Her high school expelled her before graduation. Criminal activity that endangered another person is grounds for immediate expulsion per district policy. She had to finish online. No graduation ceremony, no prom, no senior year, no friends. My dad stopped talking to me, said I'd ruined Amy's life, that I was cruel. I blocked his number. Last week, Amy started her sentence. County jail, minimum security unit, but still jail, still bars, still a criminal record for life. She sent me a letter. I almost threw it away, but curiosity won. Samantha, I'm sorry. Please help me. Please write to the judge and tell them it was just sibling rivalry. Tell them I didn't mean it. Please. I'm in jail. I'm scared. Everyone here is older and mean. 17. Please help me. You're my sister. I read it 3 times. Then I put the letter in the shredder. She'd tried to give me a criminal record, tried to destroy my degree, my career, my freedom. Now she had one for life. And unlike juvenile detention with counseling and second chances, she'd be in the system forever. Background checks, job applications, housing applications. Every form asking, have you ever been convicted of a crime? Yes. Please explain. At 17, I framed my sister for death threats because I was jealous. I also solicited relationships with adults while lying about my age. No college would take her. No decent job would hire her. No professional program would accept her. She destroyed her own future trying to destroy mine. I'm sitting in my dorm room now, spring semester, still a TA for Professor Martin, still on track to graduate with honors, got accepted to Stanford's graduate program in computer science, full funding, research assistantship. My life continued. Hers stopped. Sometimes people ask if I feel guilty, if I regret sending those videos to the prosecutor, if I wish I'd helped her. I don't. Because here's what I learned. Some people will destroy you just because they can, just because they're jealous, just because you have something they want. Amy didn't send those threats because I was mean to her. She sent them because she was 17 and spiteful and thought she was clever enough to get away with it. She documented her crime on social media, bragged about it to thousands of people, kept evidence of other illegal activities. I didn't destroy her. She destroyed herself. I just made sure everyone saw it. The detective who investigated my case, Detective Walsh, called me last month. Ms. Chen, I wanted you to know. The evidence you provided helped us identify a pattern. Your sister had been catfishing multiple minors, not just adults. We found other victims. She was predatory. Oh, you did the right thing. I know it's your sister, but some people are dangerous. She needed to be stopped. After we hung up, I sat with that. Amy wasn't just jealous. She was dangerous, calculating, manipulative. And if I'd let her get away with it, she would have done it again, to someone else, something worse. My college roommate woke me up at 2 a.m. and said, the police just called. She thought she was waking me up to face consequences for something I did. She was actually waking me up to face my sister's betrayal. Amy tried to frame me for death threats because she thought I was too perfect, too successful, too far ahead. She wanted to watch me fall. Instead, she learned what happens when you frame someone who's smarter than you. She spent weeks planning my destruction. I spent 1 week destroying hers. And unlike her frame job, my evidence was real.